So where were you? Moreton.
Yeah, Tangalooma. I always call it Moreton. Everyone's like, is that Tangalooma? I'm like, yes. Like,
I don't know if I've ever been there.
it's pretty cool.
Do you have to catch a barge?
Yeah, a ferry.
Okay, I've never been there.
Okay.
I feel like I went to somewhere that said it was Tangalooma. Is there like... No.
Is there somewhere that
is
said
there like-
it was Tangalooma?
is
What
there
does
like-
that even mean?
Is there somewhere on the Gold Coast that's where you can like do the dolphin feeding and shit?
No.
No?
SeaWorld?
Nah. It was down like...
This is not working.
I don't know where it was. I think I got tricked.
Tangalooma is like, I think, the only place you can do wild dolphin feeding.
I don't know where I went.
You went somewhere.
Well, no, I didn't feed the dolphins, but it was like, you can do this here if you want to.
If you want to.
Yeah, and I swear it was like, oh, you're at Tangalooma, but I'm like...
Maybe you did. Why did
I
you
didn't catch a barge.
It's a ferry, but yeah.
Well, I didn't catch anything.
Did you just sit in a car
Yeah.
on a ferry? Because in my cat, you can sit in
No.
your car on the ferry.
No. I don't think we're going to work this out.
No.
Anyway, how was it?
How was it? It was pretty good. It's expensive as shit, as you expected it.
Yeah, I could imagine.
So that was fun, but I kind of just gave in to like, that's what it's going to be, so I can just deal with it.
Is there like shit to do over there?
Heaps. Like the, but they make you pay for everything. So it's like a long island, right?
Right.
And Moreton Bay, I guess, is on one side of it.
Okay.
So it's golloped out. They made an artificial wave break originally for like ships to dock there because there was nothing to stop the wave, like to protect the ships that would go into the bay.
Right.
So the government paid for 15 ships to go out there and they blew them up with TNT and made shipwrecks.
Oh, yeah. I see fucking like jet skis and shit always taking photos of
yeah.
those.
So the shipwrecks are, it's like artificially made wave break.
Yeah.
And then it's becoming like an eco reef, fish and like wildlife and stuff going there now. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it's all right. And then there's like the other side of the island that. So apparently it's the third biggest sand island in the world.
Okay.
I think Fraser's the second.
Fuck yeah.
Did you know they want
So Australia's got two.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know what the first is.
Just back on that, in the blowing up the ships, do they just not give a fuck about like all the fish in the ocean or something?
I don't know. I should have asked.
Yeah.
I didn't actually even think about it.
Because surely they can't clear an area and be like, no fish swim here for 10
Oh,
minutes.
yeah.
Fish would just be
No,
getting
no.
blown the fuck up.
Native islanders, free food.
Anyway,
No, that's a good point. I wish you should have been there.
should have next time.
That didn't even occur to me when she's like, yeah, we blew them up.
They probably blew up like 12 endangered species.
Maybe. How would you know?
They wouldn't know.
Well, it would have been ages ago when, like, I'm sure it happened. Actually, I don't know when it happened, but like they used to do whaling there, right? I think it's in like 69 or something. And then there's like still a whaling station there that it's like the old whaling station is still there. It's like this big concreted area,
Yeah.
the big platform there, but they've like put basketball hoops and shit in there now.
Yeah.
Huh?
Seems appropriate.
Well, they don't whale anymore.
Yeah. Fair enough.
No, it's pretty cool. I've been there a couple of times, not since we've had kids though.
Did they like it?
They just wanted to be on the beach. Except, so we got back today, and then on the ride back, I was like, oh, so what was your favourite part? And Evie's like, the pool. I'm like, this pool's here.
You can't beat a pool,
beach.
though.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, I know. We, there's like, I think we spoke about it last year. There's like a comedy competition on Sunshine Coast. So we booked accommodation and shit there like yesterday.
Did you enter again?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So it's in November. And like we were showing the kids, we're like, oh, where do you want to stay and blah, blah, blah. So they like picked where we're going to stay and it's some...
Ash's house.
Yeah. It's some resort with like slides and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then like as soon as we've booked it, they're like, can we go on our holiday yet? And I'm like, no, it's fucking like 2 months away. Like, chill out. They're like, can we go on a different holiday then?
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Slot another one in before.
I'm Paul.
Oh.
No, we do want to like start getting away more with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we Nikita's put like a little fund together for like a Sydney or Melbourne. Ooh. We don't know yet. One of them.
Don't know.
No.
Why another city though?
I don't know. I guess mainly, again, we asked Westy where he wants to go, and I think because he's learning.
He said Sydney or Melbourne.
Well, he said Sydney because
really,
he wanted to see like they must be learning about that shit at school.
Opera House and
He's
whatever.
like, Opera House, Harbour Bridge, Taronga Zoo, blah blah blah. So we're like, oh, we could go to Sydney.
Lucky he's in like Uluru.
He didn't even know about Uluru.
Yeah,
yeah, because he was watching a show the other day and they were talking about the big red rock, and I'm like, oh, have you heard about Uluru? And he's like, no. Nah. Then I started trying to explain to him, and I'm like, and he just looked bored, and I'm like, you'll learn about it.
It's the Bluey thing where like you take too long to explain something, and it's like
pretty much, yeah. I'm like, you'll get there. School will bore the fuck out of you with it.
That's so disrespectful.
Fucking hell.
Jesus.
Where did all that come from? I feel like I just went on 12 tangents.
Nah. Who cares? You're talking about going on holiday.
Yeah,
going to Sydney.
Don't remember now. Oh yeah, Sydney. So I think that stood out to me as well, because then I can try and tie in a couple of gigs while I'm down there.
Okay, that seems fair.
So,
do you have places that you could go?
Yeah. Well, there's like a Facebook group, like the Brisbane one, I guess. Also, Andrew that came on the podcast. He lives in Sydney and shoots me a message every now and then. So I might, just go, oh, I'm coming.
Make
to
sure
Sydney.
he wasn't just being polite.
No, whenever I put a story or something up, he's like, says a funny comment, and I'm like, we're homies.
We're homies.
Yes. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'll be able to pick up 1 or 2 gigs down there, which will be cool. But
I don't remember if it was. So I was almost late today.
To this,
yeah.
I thought, because I hadn't heard from you, and I'm like, because normally lately you've been like, oh, do you mind if I come early?
Oh really?
And then you like called me at 7:30 or whatever. I'm like, oh, Adrians, what's going on here? Controversy.
Okay. Well, was it on the podcast where you were like, or was it after the podcast? Last week when I think it was last week. You said, oh, why does it always seem like your kids are like good and mine like naughty? And like, it's just when no one's around.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know when it was. I was like, when no one's around, they're little assholes. Well, they can be.
Yeah.
And so we got back, and Evie was being a butthead. She didn't want to get in the shower. Didn't want to have a shower. So I just put her in the shower with her clothes on. She did not like that at all.
True.
And she was still not listening. And I was like, all right, you can go to sleep in your wet clothes.
Did you put her in the bed in wet clothes?
In the bedroom. And she did not like that at all.
Oh, fuck.
She was still being a butt. And I was like, all right, you can go sleep outside.
Oh, fuck. We're doing all that shit with Westy at the moment.
Yeah.
He's literally tonight, like Nikita was going to come on again, but he just pushed us like to the limit tonight. Yeah. And fucking same deal. He wouldn't come inside from the backyard. So we did the whole shut the door. You can sleep out in the backyard, blah, blah, blah. And it's like...
The problem is, it's only going to work for so long. I'm like, fine. I'm like, damn it.
That's what he's... Yeah, that's where he's at. That's where he's at. He's like, and then we're like, you're sleeping outside, and he'll just go pick up a soccer ball and start having fun. I'm like, stop having fun.
Just when you need sprinklers.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
No, because then you'll just make a water slide. Yes.
Yeah. Fucking pushing boundaries, eh?
It sucks.
It does. They
But then when anyone else is around, they're like, fine. Like,
yeah, our kids are. It irritates the fuck out of me that they're angels for everyone else, and then just for us.
I don't know, because that's the only time I've seen them. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. They're fine.
Yeah, it's the same with the whole fucking like the whole autism game that Westy plays. And
it's not a game. You can't call it a game.
I have to call it that because all you guys are like, he doesn't have autism.
I did not say that. I just no.
Yeah. And then when no one's around, he just fucking like solving equations on a whiteboard and shit like that.
Goodwill Hunting.
I've never seen it, but I've seen that scene.
Oh, is that what I didn't know that's the reference you were making.
Yeah.
All right. a good movie.
We took him to. So I knew nothing about it really. So Nikita roped me.
Don't fucking try and
I
push the blame.
So
Nikita, this is why she needs to be here to defend herself.
Sure. Nikita booked this. What was it called? I forget what it was called. It's probably best I forget what it's called. But it's like a natural play, almost like a natural play center, I guess.
What does that mean?
So, again, I didn't really know.
Sounds like that bush cubby.
The way Nikita was talking it up, she's like, "Oh, it's cool. You go, you build stuff. There's like rope swings, trees, like mud, dirt, like."
I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't get to build the rope swings.
No. Well,
that doesn't seem safe.
You can if you want to.
What?
Okay. So now I'm making it sound way cooler than it
is. This is how they get you.
Yeah.
Well, you can if you want to.
So we rock up to this house, and it's just, yes, that's the first one. It's just at someone's house in their backyard. And I'm like, has anyone done any checks on these people? Like, are they just...
come to this adventure playground.
Basically.
Welcome to Michael Jackson's house.
Yeah. We go in there. She explains the rules, and she's like...
What rules?
Basically, there is no rules. She's like,
this is a waiver?
She's nah, nothing. And Parker fell over and cut his hand open, and I was like, fuck, I should sue these cunts. She's like, oh, basically, it's a free play area. Kids are free to do whatever and like play wherever they want.
Okay, I was going to use the R word.
Radical?
Yeah.
That's radical.
All right, Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm like, that was another red flag, and I'm like, I bet there's going to be 1,200 feral fucking kids.
Did you say it was a chaos?
Yeah, it was. So kids are running everywhere. Kids are doing whatever the fuck they want.
Wait. Okay, wait. Pause.
Yep.
Are you allowed to just drop your kids there and leave? No. Or you have to stay?
You have to be there. You have to be there. So I think the session had probably...
The session?
Yeah. They run a session. So our session was 9:30 to 11:30. Yeah. And I would say there was about 50 kids in that session.
Do you get a stamp? How do they know? Kick you out?
I guess they just know who's coming in their yard. Because they stand at the gate and let you in.
That's fine. I would not recognize 50 friggin' people, 50 random kids from the next 50 random kids.
Picture like a petting zoo. So to get out of the property, you've got to go.
I understand. There's a gate that everyone has to go through. But I'm still not going to remember every fucking kid.
I guess look, it wasn't a well-run operation. Like, there were loopholes everywhere.
Okay, sure. Wait, Timmy, go hide in the back. We'll get another session for free. Yeah,
basically. Anyway, so the kids get in there, they start playing, and the lady's like, nothing goes anywhere, and you can... So if fucking this milk crate's over there, and you want it over that side of the yard, go nuts. And I'm like, this is way too like fast and loose for me. And then
I forgot you're not a fast and loose guy.
Yeah, and then so kids are taking shit everywhere, and then the kids start getting comfortable, and there's 2 giant mud pits. All the kids are just covered in mud. There's fucking shaving foam. Yeah, everything was fucking disgusting. Piss.
Yeah, 100%.
The mud, when we got there, I was like, this smells like shit.
Oh,
like,
really?
It smelled so bad.
Mud's gross.
Yeah, 100%.
It's full of bacteria.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and like these like, I guess you'd call them cubby houses or forts or something that they built out of old pallets. Kids are just climbing on them.
That seems so safe.
Kids are climbing on them, and I'm looking at them going, I know how much like that little bit of pine can support, and these kids are just jumping on them, and I'm like, this is just a giant fucking lawsuit waiting to happen. Yeah, and like, it was all too chaotic for me.
Did you stay the whole session?
Yeah, we stayed the whole session.
How long is the session?
9:30 to 11:30, 2 hours. Okay. Nikita's sister, like, conveniently was at the same one. We didn't know, and we met up there, and it was like, this is weird. Anyway, so I was like having a laugh at some of the crazy cunts with her and stuff. And some of the, like, I said to Nikita when we left, I'm like, this is a play center for all the kids and parents that aren't allowed in real play centers anymore. Parker was innocently trying to play by the mud pit, and this feral fucking kid just scoops up a spoonful of mud and just like throws it at Parker. And I was like,
wait.
Yeah. I was like, mud fight. And I just spear tackled the cunt. No,
This tracks after you kick the kid in the face with a soccer ball.
no, I didn't. I was just like, oh, that's not very
You're
nice.
like, oi. Bounce on the soccer ball.
Yeah.
You've seen what I can do with one of these?
P's like, that kid threw mud at me. And I was like, oh, let's go wash it off, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, fuck. It was just like, there were so many like rude kids there.
It's crazy that you stayed. There's no way.
I
don't think we would have stayed.
Trust me, I wanted to get out of there, but Nikita,
Did she not see that it was hectic?
yeah, she didn't like it, but I think she had paid for it. So
I
she's
get
like,
that, but
I'm staying.
no, hang on a minute. We're Nikita. Wait. So you served me this fucking raw chicken for dinner, and I don't like it. I'm gonna sure as fuck eat it.
Yeah, no, that I agree.
Okay.
We should have left. I think we did leave maybe 10 minutes early.
Oh, nice.
But
Like I know it's not. I get that. Where you don't want where you feel like
yeah,
sunk cost.
the other issue was the boys were having fun, I guess. As feral and as
I guess
unsafe and disgusting as it was,
Yeah.
they were enjoying themselves.
Okay. So then, not so bad.
It was bad for me.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. It's crazy that like with the amount that people complain these days,
I thought the same thing.
like how can that go on? Like,
Yeah.
how?
I thought exactly the same thing when I was leaving. I was like, I wonder how many complaints these people get just about whether it be petty shit, like if somebody threw the spoonful of mud at their kid,
Yeah.
like would they go, oh, fucking blah,
No
blah,
rules
blah."
here.
Yeah, yeah. Or like to the
This is the
extent,
Lost Boys.
yeah, the extent of like pallets snapping and this kid just fucking like
Yeah.
getting sliced
It's
up
all
with
it's gonna
nails
take
and
is
shit.
one person getting impaled by nails.
But yeah, and then Nikita told me how much it costs. It was $22 per kid. I was like, these cunts are making a fucking killing out here.
$22 a kid and 50 kids. What's that?
Roughly 50, I reckon.
Yeah?
What is that? 50.
2 by 5 is 100, so call that $500.
Oh, that's not as good as I was expecting. Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
is what it is.
Is what it is.
Oh, you mentioned raw chicken. So,
Wait, before we go,
okay, go.
so you talked about the mud pit smelling like piss. Where we were,
It wasn't piss. It was just, when mud's been sitting there
Smells
for
like
a,
piss.
like, yeah, sure.
well, it's either piss or sewage.
It was just like
It's either piss or worse than piss.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Piss mud. It was a puddle of pissy mud.
So there's like, we were saying like there's a pool, right? And it's kind of like a pool that's separated by, but it's connected, but there's like a little bridge that goes over to the connection.
Yeah.
And you can go underneath it.
Is it like kids' pool into adult pool?
It's not, it's just one big pool. It's not segregated.
okay. All right.
But the kids all play on one side. And I was like, we're going to the other side. So we went in the other side. And it was cold as fuck.
True.
Right? And so we're just playing in the pool or whatever. And this other dad had his kid on like coming under the bridge. They stepped on. They're like, this side's cold. I'm like, ugh, gross. I was like, I wonder why it's cold.
Yeah. That's disgusting. Have you ever like bought into the myth of the like blue dye?
No,
No.
because like
No,
I actually
because I piss in pools all the time.
sometimes. No, I think about it because like the amount of times that we had like used to take the kids for swimming lessons, and we'd get a call like, oh, swimming lessons got cancelled, had baby accident in the pool, or whatever, and they have to like cancel all the lessons.
Baby accident in the
Code
pool.
brown.
Yeah, okay.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Kid shut in the pool.
Yeah, okay, whatever. That's what that's what they'd say. They're not going to say kid shat in the pool when they call you.
Yeah, fair call. Carry on.
And so, if they did that for like piss, it'd be shut down every day.
Very true. There would be a lot of shutdown for piss.
Or like at a holiday place, no one's getting in the pool.
No.
All you just picture is like that first kid that gets in the pool. It should be like that shit that changes color after the sun hits it. So,
Oh fuck. Yeah,
why did you think it was real? I
I've-
thought
I've
it was
never
real when
been,
I was
like-
little.
I've never been a big like pisser in pools.
What about the ocean?
The last thing I want to do is swim around in my own
No, I
piss.
understand that.
Yeah. So I've always just
The
got
amount
out
of piss versus the volume of water in the pool is like it's virtually nothing, which is why I'm
I
like,
get it.
don't
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, nah, just not my thing.
I get it, but it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, nah, fair call.
But I know it bothers you. It bothers most people.
I'm
And
never swimming with you. Ever.
I get why it bothers people. James, catch me. Or you go down the water slide first.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Huh? I get why it bothers people because it's gross.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't bother me that much. Not saying that I'd want to be pissed on.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
What about the ocean? You have a problem with people pissing in the ocean?
Oh, again, not my thing.
It's full of fish shit.
It is. It is full of fish shit.
And whale piss. Do whales piss?
I would imagine they have to. All animals
Do they
piss.
drink? They don't drink salt water. They get fresh water from.
Surely whales drink.
I don't think so. What? Fish don't drink either.
Yeah. Don't all animals have to?
I don't know.
I'm not even Googling that. That's a fucking... That's a bad...
Look at this
result.
idiot.
Yeah, I'll have the FBI on me.
For sure land animals have to drink, but do fish drink? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I was going to say where they drink from their mouths, obviously.
They're swimming and drink. I don't... Yeah, I can't think about that anymore.
Why?
That's going to keep me up all night.
Fish drink? No way. No way. It's salt water. Fuck that.
Yeah, nah, I don't know.
Can't do it. Okay.
I can't.
You can move on.
We went to like Westy's got these two little like best friends, and
I have two best friends.
Yeah, it's a weird. It's a little triangle, and like it is like weird to have three trying to like hang out at
Do
the
they
same time.
jostle for like?
Sometimes they're actually pretty good. Like they all fucking play with each other pretty well and stuff. So yesterday we got a message and they're like, "Oh, we're going to be doing like a barbecue tonight. Does everyone want to come around?" Blah blah blah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Social gathering.
Yeah, basically. And luckily, like, I get along with the two dads. Sweet. Nikita gets along with the two mums. So it's like as good as it can get, I guess.
Yeah.
And
But by obligation?
no, that like
All right,
yeah, like got super lucky. Like these two guys are just super down to earth blokey blokes.
I have, like, the kids have friendships and their parents are the same, and I still don't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how I was at Westy's old school. I couldn't stand any parents, and even some of them were like, because his last school was fancy fucking school.
yeah.
I'd see like a dad rock up in high vis or something, and I'd be like, "Oh, fucking, how you going?" And he'd still just be like a fuckhead, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you."
There's only like a couple that I like are okay, but most I just can't stand it. And it's like, anyway, yeah. Keep going with the story. Yeah.
Nah.
to
So
this
anyway,
barbecue.
so he's huge into all the traditional like blokey shit. So he's obsessed with like
Football.
smoking meat.
Oh,
And
I like
his,
that though.
and his lawn and shit.
Okay,
So that's
lawn, no. Smoking meat, yes.
So I want to touch on both these. So let's start with the smoking meat thing because this touches to the raw chicken.
Okay.
So I've never like dabbled in that world,
Okay.
but it has piqued my interest the last.
Of course it has. Fuck yeah, you're gonna go buy Traeger, aren't you?
I was googling it today.
Traegers.
I was googling a Traeger, and then maybe an hour later, Nikita's like, "We should look into getting a smoker," and I'm like, yeah, maybe we should.
You don't have to go all out to get a Traeger to get a smoker.
Nah, so he didn't have a Traeger. He had I looked at the
green
one.
egg.
Hey?
Big green egg.
No. So he just had like I think it was like under $200 from Bunnings or something.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
like a little practice on, I guess.
Yeah. Practice. Is this your real job? Practice.
Anyway,
I hope he listens to this.
it's
not a fucking practice one.
Yeah. So shout out to Matt. So Matt's the guy that Nikita and I were telling you had to pull over because he started listening to the podcast. He was laughing
fuck
so
yeah.
hard. Yes. So he started.
Wait, enjoy your practice smoker, James says.
He started from the start. So when you get up to this, hi Matt. Anyway, so again, I've never dabbled in this world, blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
I like my meat like fucking
Cool.
black. Like, so I knew there was going to be like a little bit of pinkiness.
Sacrilege.
Like, blah, blah, blah.
I'm going to convert you.
Yeah. Well, that, I think I'm converted. That's
Already?
that's what I'm going to say. Like, the whole night was just spent because Nikita warned them. She's like, oh, James likes his meat. Well done, blah, blah, blah. And then Matt started to freak out, and I'm like, I'm gonna eat it. When I'm at someone's house, you could literally shit on my plate, and I'll eat it.
I'm too much of a nice guy, all right?
Basically. And he's like, I'll cook it longer. I'm like, no, just give it to me how you would serve it, and I'll fucking eat it.
Okay, that's a good attitude. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You're a good guy.
Yeah. Because I got no idea about that shit. Like, I still have nightmares about that. Like, that time you and Ash came over and I had to like cook that barbecue. And,
oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, I had no idea what I was doing. The meat was probably fucked, and I was like once a month I'll think about that.
Dude, you don't, do you really?
100%.
Oh no. Okay, we'll have a redo.
Anyway,
I'll give you a redo.
We need to stick on this fucking smoker. So yeah, he fucking cooked.
Good stories.
I don't know what he cooked. It was like a big bit of like fucking beef or something.
Yeah.
And he's like sliced it up.
There's so many different cuts.
That's what he said. He's like, oh fuck, I wish I did. He's like, I wish I did a fucking shoulder cap or something. And I'm like, yeah, me too. Like,
wait. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. So he did that. He did chicken wings.
Yeah.
And these like little sausages which were fucking mint. And I was like, oh,
chipolatas.
Yeah. And they were like, and then everything was sick. And I left the meat like it was pink. Like the outside was like nice and.
Okay, so when you smoke stuff, it'll get like a crust.
Yeah.
And then it'll get like a ring of like a funny color, and they call the smoke ring.
Yeah, okay.
And then that's where like smoky flavor comes from.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
It's usually, I don't know, how long you cook it for depends on how pink it is.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's what I was saying to Nikita. I'm like, I'd love to get into it, but from what I've seen, you have to like write off half a day or something to just.
You do, yeah. It takes a long time.
Yeah, just be like checking temperatures and
kind of.
That's where I think I'd get over it.
But you also don't. Like you can get. So we've got a probe thing that sits in the meat.
He had the same thing,
and it pings on my phone.
Oh, okay.
It's a Bluetooth to my phone.
Don't know if he had that.
Yeah, so then it's
that's
like
cool.
Too hot. I'm like, turn it down and go do other shit.
Okay, that's cool. So yeah, I might.
That's exciting. All right, we have barbecue. It wasn't a bad barbecue redemption. That you had.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
So yeah, I'm interested in that, and then like, it all like came down. I felt like everyone was watching me about to try this meat.
That's so awkward, Nikki. That's not cool. Wait, everyone, James eats well done steak.
Anyway, so then
first bite.
I ate the steak and I was like, oh yeah, this is delicious. And both the blokes there,
legit.
Yeah. Matt and Shane were like, oh, this is my worst one yet. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I want a good one now.
Did I say overcooked?
Nah, they said it was a bit rubbery.
Oh, yeah.
So whether that's undercooked, overcooked. Again, I'm new to this whole smoking fucking...
I think it could be the cut of meat. And like different cuts of meat have different amounts of fat and marbling in between the meat.
Yeah, right.
And then you have to cook it for a longer time or not.
See, that's another thing that's just like...
There's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
It's like a big learning process.
And then you pay for like that meat, and what if you fuck it?
Yeah, that sucks. You eat it anyway. Like I've fucked so many of them. I don't want to eat them.
So you got a smoker?
No, but so we've got a kettle Weber.
Okay.
Like just a thing.
Yeah.
Old school kettle Weber. And then depending on what you do with the coals, you can like throw timber in there as well and it fucking will burn.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. Because he just had it all sussed. He, like, this will lead onto his grass, I guess. His yard.
So did he must have started smoking before you guys went for the barbecue.
Yeah. He'd been going since like, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock, yeah. And we got there maybe like 6, I guess. And he was still cooking then.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. I don't know if I've got the fucking patience for that, but...
I'll tell you some cheat shit.
So his yard is fucking immaculate, right?
Yeah.
Like he's gone all out. Like
that's cool though. It's cool to see.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I said. I'm like, this is cool to see. Holy fuck! Sorry, Siri's going crazy.
Don't call Matt Siri.
Yeah. So like he's, I had to look there. Nah, so he's got like the plunge pool. He's got like the smoking area. He's got this like awesome fire pit
Yeah,
section.
that's cool.
Like, and then
Like bricked out or whatever.
it's like it's so hard to explain.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's like he's almost said it like it's like a desert landscape sort of thing, and it's just like packed down sand.
Yeah.
He's got these cool trees with like spotlights on them, and it just feels like you're in the middle of the desert. Anyway, then he had this cool like arm thing jabbed down next to his fire
Sacrificial
pit.
post.
We're like, what's that for? And he's like, goes behind a tree, pulls out this old school like fucking like bucket, like cooking bucket looking thing, and then he like hangs it on it. And he's like, oh, I cook like roasts and shit on the fire and blah blah blah. And I'm like, fucking, you're a man. Like,
You're a man.
I can microwave Easy Mac. But yeah,
I feel like you would like cooking. I think it's so relaxing.
Yeah, so that's like, so the last week, and this is why I think he's got me at my peak ADHD, because the past week, our barbecue, fucking, what are they called? Like the plates?
Yeah.
They've been fucked for ages.
Okay.
So on Tuesday when I came home sick from work and I was bored as fuck, I'm like, I'm going to go to Bunnings and just buy some new plates.
Why?
Because they were completely
it.
fucked. So we had to we were buying those barbecue mats for ages. No, they're only $40 each. Okay. Again, they're probably not the best ones you can buy.
No, but I was just going to say like...
Just like the cast iron fucking...
Yeah, I get it. I was going to say like, I don't know what fucking... Could have got a smoker.
Well, yeah. Again, they're so much cheaper than I thought they were going to be. But anyway...
Practice ones.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Yeah, so like since I've put those on, like meat's been coming off a mint, and I'm like, this is sick. And then I went there yesterday, and I was like,
did you? Okay.
Go.
Did you like season it properly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it came with a little like
how to do
pamphlet
it
thing. Yeah. And I was like,
I'm gonna follow
like when I got my mower and I washed it the first day. I'm like, I'm gonna do this properly.
As long as
I don't wash my mower anymore.
Well. It should last for you.
Yeah. Nah, it should be sweet. It's only fucking $40 for a new one anyway. Yeah,
exactly.
Anyway, so his grass, right? Fucking immaculate. Like it's the greenest, plushest fucking grass you could picture in your head.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're sitting there around the fire and we're like 6 beers deep or whatever, and he's like, oh, fucking ripping all this up tomorrow. And I was like, the other guy were like, what? He's like, oh, I'm doing, I forget what he said, like scalping or something like that. And
he sells his grass?
Nah. So that's the thing. We're like, he's like, so yeah, it's just going to be dirt like from tomorrow. And
why?
I was like, so he said this time of year, if you dig it all up, then the green pick grows before summer. And he goes, it's going to come back so much better than this in about 2 weeks. And I was like, that's such a risk.
What do you mean so much better than it takes 2 weeks to grow?
Yeah, that was the other thing. He goes 2 to 3 weeks.
That seems quick.
Yeah, I thought exactly the same thing. So we were like, oh, surely you're like leaving some grass there. He's like, nah, it's going to be bare dirt. Like,
does he have a fucking grass cutter thing?
I think he's got all the gear.
Is he going to sell his grass?
No, that was another question we asked him. He's like, nah, just fucking it mulches all up and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, it mulches it. And does he have to cart it away? Does it leave some shit there?
It must mulch something under the soil, but he said, yeah, he's loading his trailer up. He'll dump all that. Because I was like, fuck, I'll buy this lawn and just
put it on my
sew it on my lawn.
Oh, yeah. Just drop it on top.
Yeah. Because we're like chatting. I'm like, fucking, this is crazy. Because like, if I mow my lawn and I do like one row and then I come back the other way and I've got like a line, I'm like, my fucking lawn's mint. Like, that's when I get excited.
Yeah.
This dude's just like digging up his entire lawn just for better lawn.
Yeah. There's a couple of, so one set of parents, Kenzie School, like owns a landscaping business. And so their yard is as you would expect it to be.
For sure.
Landscaper's yard. Then another guy works for works at a golf course, I guess, like greenskeeper or whatever. So he's like right into lawns too. And like,
it's the same thing. Like,
but I can't also because we had curl grubs so many times. They're like, fuck the lawn. Fuck it, I'm putting artificial grass down.
Yeah, I don't. Do you have artificial grass? Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was like, fuck that.
That's pretty cool. So you don't have to mow at all.
Oh, we have like a little patch at the front, which I also still don't mow because I'm lazy.
Yeah, nice. It's 12 feet tall at the moment.
It looks bad.
Yeah. No, before we veer away from the cooking thing, there's another thing.
I'm so excited that you said you like want to get a smoke.
There's another thing you've got me into, and I'm intrigued to see where else I can tie it into my life.
Okay.
So,
there's so many jokes I could make.
Adrian's got me a little bit addicted to hot sauce and shit now.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I get it on Subway and shit every time. So, and I went to buy some this afternoon when I was at the shop.
Bad mistake.
Really? See, this is what I'm like. What would I put it on?
Oh, okay.
Like, can you just use it as like barbecue sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But not as much as you would use barbecue sauce. What's really good is if you find a good hot sauce or even one that's shitty, you can mix it with like a barbecue sauce or tomato sauce. And then make it like spicy tomato sauce.
See, that sounds good. Does it fuck like the steak though?
It depends how hot you get it. And I don't know what I was trying to say to you is like after you get into it, you'll feel like something's missing when you don't have it.
Yeah, you said that to me. And now I did have like Subway the other day with my old sauces and I was like, this just doesn't taste right.
It doesn't taste right.
Why is my mouth not burning?
Okay. I don't know.
So you can just use it as like regular sauce.
I'll add it to most things.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I was worried. Because
what did you get?
I didn't get anything.
Oh,
I was
like,
I was looking and I was like, I'll just ask Adrian tonight on the podcast.
Okay, I have recommendations.
Before I commit to something.
So I really liked it. I don't know. You can name them. It's good.
Yeah.
So there's there's a sauce brand called Gods of Sauces.
Gods of Sauces.
And then I think they're made in WA.
Okay.
And they have like all different kind of heats. A lot of them are really hot. They have some that are not like a milder. But why I like them is like they actually taste good.
Okay.
Like they're not out there just to like fucking
fuck your face.
Yeah. I'm just gonna make it as hot as fuck just to fuck you up.
Yeah. See, I'm not keen for that.
Yeah. So I'd recommend, and you've got to get them online.
Okay.
But any of that is good.
Might give it a crack. See how we go.
I can give you some. We have so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because every Christmas, every birthday, Tara will get me a couple.
True.
It's like the ones that she knows that I like, and then also like a new one or whatever to try.
Yeah. Yeah, because these the same two dads, Matt and Shane, because our kids did soccer together as well. And the soccer club did bacon and egg burgers every
it's also on bacon and eggs.
Yeah. Every morning I'd be like barbecue sauce, and that'd be like sriracha or what is that?
Sriracha's okay.
Yeah.
It's hot sauce.
Okay. What's the difference then?
What do you mean? It's like it's a brand like a.
So is hot sauce different to like?
It's a hot sauce.
So it's still like a chili. Yeah. Okay, sweet.
It has a very sriracha has a very distinct flavor.
See, that's the thing. Like that's the one I was looking at the shop, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah, get it. You can get it."
What do you mean distinct flavor though?
Like sriracha if you eat sriracha.
Okay, so it's almost like a brand, is
Kinda.
it? Yeah. Okay.
But they also make like sriracha mayo and sriracha other stuff too.
Okay. Sounds like I've got some experimenting to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I gave Dave. Dave's super into hot sauce too, and I got him for one of his birthdays like a little keychain hot sauce thing so he could put it on his keys.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if you ever used it or not, but I was like, that's cool. I want one.
Yeah, because isn't that who bought you all that hot shit for your birthday?
They did buy me hot sauce for my birthday,
yeah. You guys are rebellious.
Why?
I don't know.
Did I? I didn't actually. Oh, man. So much good stuff. Do you like peanut butter?
Nah.
No?
Couldn't get into peanut butter.
I never used to like peanuts, peanut butter, olives. Before I got fat again when I was doing keto shit, all my taste changed.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I feel like that's where I'm at. Like, I'm not doing keto or anything, but I just feel like my taste buds are. And that's, you said it to me again like maybe 3 weeks ago. You're like, you should try coffee again. But now I'm scared. No. I haven't, but I'm scared that if I do, I'm just going to be pumping 12 coffees a day.
It's kind of sketchy. Some people are relying on it.
Ash.
Is he? Oh, I guess so. Is he still?
I don't know.
I know he used to get coffee every morning.
Yeah, he used to. When I was working with him, he was pumping coffee every morning. And then I think he had another one again before he went home.
Yeah. Are you?
And they were like fucking quadruple fucking black.
Yeah, it's just black coffee. Quadruple black. Are you a can't do caffeine or you can't sleep guy?
No, I'll pump an energy drink and then that'll make me fall asleep.
Okay, yeah, sweet. So you'll be fine with coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't
Not
found...
medical advice.
Yeah. I haven't found anything except alcohol that will keep me awake.
That's interesting. Any alcohol?
Yeah.
Past the limit?
Alcohol and a somewhat uplifting environment.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. If I'm sitting at home...
Either or?
If I'm sitting at home pumping a fucking 12-pack on the couch by myself, it gets pretty sad and lonely. But if there's like music playing or there's like a good chat going on, like I remember when my mates and I used to get apartments and shit and go out, we'd get back and they'd go to sleep and I'd be just sitting there.
I want to do something.
Yeah, I'd be sitting there till like 6 a.m.
Have you always been like a night person?
Nah, not really.
Yeah? Just in that situation?
That was one of the hardest things starting to do stand-up is staying awake that long. Yeah.
I'm a very much a night person.
You never sleep.
Yeah, I don't know. I can operate on very little sleep, which is not, but it's not good for you. It's super bad.
It's not.
And it makes me, actually,
it makes me crazy.
I'm feeling it worse now, like more and more. Maybe it's just because I'm getting old, but I like feel when I'm not sleeping properly now.
Yeah, right.
But I still do it. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it fucks you.
Maybe. Did you feel less manly when you went around these manly people and their barbecue and
100%?
Right? Yeah,
yeah.
I feel it a little bit sometimes because I don't like football and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so I went to the bottle shop before. It's like, you watching the game? Like, what game?
Up the wires,
huh?
Everyone for the last like 3 weeks has been like up the wires.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, the Warriors are in the finals and.
That's
long story.
She said, "Oh, okay." She goes, "I hope the Warriors smash them." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I
just want to go.
She
talk
was so
about
excited.
Meat and grass and my cowboy hat on a podcast. Yeah. Leave me alone.
You want to talk about meat and grass? I like meat and grass.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just not into football.
Nah, a little bit. I feel like I have enough banter in my back pocket to get me through a conversation, I guess. But like, luckily with someone like those two blokes where it's like, I don't know, somewhat of a, I don't know how to fucking say it without sounding like a raging homo, but like a, like a relationshipy, like I'm not seeing them in a one-off and I'm just like, yeah, fuck yeah, like, how good's the fucking footy, blah, blah, blah. Like with them, I was just like, I haven't really watched football. I used to. I like, if the footy's on, I'll sit there and I'll watch it and I'll have an opinion and like fucking.
Does your opinion matter if you don't watch it?
Nah, that's the thing. Like, I'll be like, oh, where's Darren Lockyer? But like, I'll still watch State of Origin and stuff every year and I'm like, oh, fucking. And I don't know what it is. Like, something just ticks in my brain and I'm like, straight back in there.
I understand.
Oh, fucking pass it here, or fucking, oh, he should have kicked it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I think it's just one of those things. And because I, like, grew up with it.
It's weird. It's not weird. Like, everyone, like, that I was around, they'd always have the State of Origin on. But and when, they were into it, and it's exciting, I guess. But I just don't really. Yeah, So the only thing that really gets me into footy at the moment is if I put money on the game. Like that's a slippery slope.
Yeah, 100%. And that, like, I don't know. That's it. Otherwise, it's just like I'm watching it for no real reason.
Yeah.
And when I say money on the game, I'm not putting like hundreds. It's literally like a $10 bet.
Yeah. Okay. But still,
even like when I watch UFC now, I'll just put $2 on every fight, and it gets me like invested, I guess.
Because you're actually invested.
Yeah. Even though it's like if I win like $3.
Well, in that case, you should always bet the underdog then, right? And then
I more or less do, yeah, pretty much.
Did you ever get into Melbourne Cup betting?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah,
I got into horse racing a fair bit.
of course you did.
Yeah. No, my granddad.
What, have a book and follow the fucking
Yeah,
horses and
I
shit?
got
no
bad.
shit.
I followed 3 different bookies, and I got all their tips, and then I got to the extent where I was looking up like whether the track was wet or dry or blah blah blah. Then seeing like what horse did well in a wet track.
Know, like, because if you're good at it and like really follow it, you can actually like.
That's the thing. I feel like you've got to be, if you want to be doing it, because there's professional like bettors on horses and shit, but you've got to be at the races every week and watching like the past races and shit like that. So I never got to that extent where I'd watch the horses like last 3 races and blah blah blah. But yeah, I'd look up the track. I'd look up fucking their records.
How long ago do you think that was?
Oh, a while now, maybe.
Like years and years?
Yeah, like probably before Westy, so probably like 6 years.
Oh, so not super long ago. Because I was going to say, like, in the age now, it must be so much easier than what, like, you'd have to get a freaking paper out and, like, look
Yeah,
at
well, that's the thing. Like, my granddad has racehorses, and when I used to go to the races with him when I was a kid, it was literally like the old school. There'd be a dude with a fucking, like, billboard behind him with all the, like, horse names. And my granddad would give me like $5. He'd be like, go pick a horse. And I'd have to like look at the names and like ask the random man what he thinks. And he'll just tell me whatever he knows I'm going to lose on. Like,
You reckon?
I don't know. No, I think most of them were pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, granddad's still got like horses and shit.
That's cool.
Racing.
Still racing.
Yeah. None of them are fucking making the Melbourne Cup or anything anytime soon. But yeah, I think they cost him more than they make.
Yeah, keeping horses is so expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy. Like having horses, it's like old money. I feel like it's an old money thing.
Yeah, the dude that we bought Westy's motorbike off, he was like, "Oh fucking," he's like, "I just love it because my sons are into motorbikes," and he's like, "My 2 daughters have just got into fucking horses." He's like, "These stupid things are costing me $10,000 a month to keep," and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's nuts. He's like, then he started to break it down like fucking food, like storing,
insurance,
vets. It's crazy. You've got to have money to have horses, which
I feel like the same kind of thing applies to have a boat. Like people that have boats, like how often do you use your boat? Some people use them, like right. So, I feel like most people don't.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think I'd ever have a boat. Same deal with
Until you get that itch.
Nah, see,
nah.
There's something about forever
burnt from the jet skis.
Forever, I was obsessed with jet skis. Then when I got one, I was like, it sketches me out that you don't. There's no road. As weird as that sounds.
Okay.
You don't know where you're going.
Rules.
Yeah, I know there's rules, but and you got to know like the tides and all that sort of shit. But it's just like, what if I'm too far to the left and I like hit rocks or something?
There's markers.
Yeah. But what if I'm in a river? Like the Logan River doesn't have markers.
Just stay in the fucking middle.
What if there's another boat coming?
I don't know.
I'm not moving. I'm too scared.
It's called chicken.
Oh, that's fucked. We
I get it. Makes sense.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. That's where I was getting to. If I wanted to ride a jet ski again, I'd just go hire one. Like I don't think I'd ever own one again.
Where can you hire a jet ski from?
I think there's a fair few places like down the coast and like
there's like the tours, but they like.
I think you can get. Can't you just get like random free ride jet skis?
I don't think so.
I'll work something out.
Oh, wait, give me a jet ski.
Wait, so yesterday again, we had a bit of a moment. It was funny.
We?
Me, Nikita and I. This would have been funner as well with her here.
You gonna hold it?
Nah, it's got to come out. It doesn't have to come out, but it's in my head. So Nikita's dad lives in New Zealand now.
Mm-hmm.
He needs his birth certificate for certain documents, blah, blah, blah. So he had to fill out all this documentation, give it to Nikita, and Nikita had to go to the Beenleigh.
So he moved to New Zealand?
He lives in New Zealand at the moment. The only way he could get his birth certificate was Nikita goes to the courthouse and lodges all these papers for him, blah, 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 right? So I don't know if you've ever been to the Beenleigh Courthouse. No. Haven't you?
Only courthouse I've been to is in Southport.
Southport. What'd you go there for?
Can't remember.
Yeah, okay. So
maybe I didn't go there, but I was like around. Like I know it.
Yeah, okay. So I've only been to the Beenleigh Courthouse once before, and it was when I rolled the truck. So, and that was sketchy as well, because I remember I like got all dressed up and I had my little folder of like people writing nice letters about me and shit. And I was sitting there.
Throw the book at him.
The dude next to me is like, "What are you here for?" And I was like, "Oh, drink driving." And he's like, "Oh, that's a pussy charge," or he said something like that. And I was like, "Oh my God." I got so scared. Luckily, I got called like pretty early.
Yeah.
I didn't have to hear what he was there for. But it's everything you could imagine. It's the worst people of Beenleigh in the one spot. And as soon as we started approaching, there was just fucking bogans and crackheads and fucking just the most dero cunts. Anyway, to walk into the courthouse, you've got to go through a scanner and shit to make sure you got no knives or guns.
Where is it? I don't even know where it is.
It's like smack bang in the middle of Beenleigh.
Oh, okay.
It's almost attached to like the police station.
Oh,
you might not know where that is.
Yeah.
Anyway, you walk through the front door, you got to go through the scanner, and
Did it go on?
because Nikita's such a goody two-shoes, she gets flustered in these situations. So she's like we spoke about it a few weeks ago that she like sings in situations and she just gets awkward as fuck, right? So,
the sun will come out tomorrow.
so she goes through this. She like takes her phone and wallet and all that. She puts it in the basket. He looks at it. He walks it through, and then she walks through, and it beeps. And he's looking at her, and he's like, and he goes, and she's freaked out because it's beeped. And he goes, "Do you have anything sharp on you?" And she thought he said, "Is there anything else on you?" And Nikita goes, "Yeah." And the guy goes, "You've got something sharp on you." And Nikita's like, she freaked the fuck out. She's like, no. Put her hands up. And I was like, I was laughing because I was next. And I was like, luckily the dude could tell we were probably the most normal people to walk through there that day. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, no worries." He's like, "I think it just picked up the buckles on your shoes." He's like, "Let her go through." Anyway, I went through, no issues.
Lo and behold.
Yeah. Anyway, we're lining up and just, again, two dero cunts in front of us applying for their bail or some shit. And then, or checking in for their bail.
Wait, is this when you did the truck?
No, this is yesterday. No, yeah,
okay.
yeah. No,
all right.
Yeah, this is yesterday.
Documents.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And then, so the chick behind us, she was 14 and she was there to check in for her bail. And she was there with her dad because obviously she's underage. And I felt so fucking sorry for this guy because she was fucked on something. I don't know what she was on. And she was just like typical 14-year-old that's just disobeying the rules. Had every piercing you could think of. Had home job tattoos like on her arm and shit. And she was just letting loose. And she's like, "Fuck these cunts. What are they going to fucking do if I don't fucking apply for my bail?" And he's like, "Shut the fuck up or they'll arrest you and you'll go to jail." And she's like, "I don't give a fuck." And she's like, pulled her vape out. She's like, "I'm going to start fucking smoking up in this fucking bitch," and shit like that. And her dad's like, "Shut the fuck up and put it back in your pocket." And she's like, "Nah, bro, I need to get my choof on." And I was like, and I wanted to pull my phone.
All right, Thomas.
I wanted to pull my phone out and record her, but I was like, no, like she'll see it over my phone and just start swinging or something. And it was just like,
good content though.
It would have been amazing content. Anyway, and like Nikita was getting more and more nervous, and then like security's come in the room and shit for this bitch, and it was just, I don't know, it was just a weird moment of how I felt so bad for this poor dad, and like, because he seemed somewhat normal. Like, obviously you don't know what's happened, but behind closed doors, but obviously he doesn't want his daughter like that. And she was just like, she's obviously been busted for something, and it obviously hasn't changed her.
Yeah.
And she's still just going
Probably not
nuts.
the first time, I guess.
Yeah. And even when she got to the counter, she was just being the rudest bitch to the lady. And
Why? I don't.
She was just trying to be tough. Like, she was on, from what I could get, she was on bail for fighting some other bitch. And she's like, if I see fucking Stephanie at the shop, I'm going to fucking smash her, eh? And the lady's like, you're not allowed within fucking 100 metres of her, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, so what if I fucking see her? I've got to leave the shop. She's like, I'm not fucking doing that. I was just like, oh, like, just such a messy situation. I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Fucking girls. That's what you have to look forward to.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It'd take a lot of fuck-ups to get... Well, yeah. It's a hard thing to say, eh?
It could be anything.
Yeah, it could be. But it's a bad place to be, the Beenleigh Courthouse. You should just take an excursion there.
I kind of want to.
Do you?
Yeah.
I wonder if they do that sort of shit, like a ride-along.
I feel like, actually, maybe that's why I didn't actually go to the Southport thing, but I think when I was in in primary school, you can, like, pick subjects to do, and, like, I think maybe legal studies was one of the things, like, oh, you can go to the courthouse and look at it.
Yeah, I think we did something similar, actually.
Like, and I don't know if I ever went there, but I think that was, like, an option to do.
Yeah, right. Fucking hell. Yeah, I haven't been to the Southport one yet. Here's hoping.
I feel like Beenleigh would be more exciting.
Yeah, Beenleigh's fucked.
Hey.
Did you say oi?
I said, yeah, oi.
What?
So, you know, like, sanitary stuff, female sanitary products. And so, if you went into a unisex toilet, there'd be like a disposal thing or whatever. Yeah. Sometimes, like, if you go to hotels or whatever, there's like things there. Yeah. For disposal, like
yeah.
What would you say, like, the bag would be called, or like the bin would say on it?
Like a sanitary bin.
Okay.
Yeah.
This place was like sanitary napkin disposal.
Okay. I have heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
Napkin?
Yeah, napkin.
Like for your face?
The only place I've heard it is when it used to be on Nova. It used to be Kate, Tim, and Marty.
Uh-huh.
And they used to rip on Kate Ritchie all the time because she would say sanitary napkins. Because I think she thought it sounded better. Like,
it's not a fucking napkin.
I know. Yeah. Why did you bring this as like show and tell?
Because I saw it today as we were leaving the thing.
Snatch it off the cleaners. I need these for a podcast.
In the room. In the room we were staying in the toilet.
Sanitary
I was like,
napkin.
I saw it and I was like, napkin?
Yeah. Sanitary
napkin.
Yeah, it's a.
Is that an old term?
I think it must be. For
Update your shit.
Yeah. Nah, I was listening to a podcast the other day where the dude just found out after like, I don't know, 5 years of living with his like girlfriend or whatever, that like sanitary pads get stuck to like undies.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I thought they stuck them like
to themselves.
Yeah. And like the chick he does it with.
You put the sticky part on yourself.
His co-host is a chick, and she's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And just started roasting him.
That's hilarious.
But I guess like,
if you don't like, what would you?
That's what he says. He's like, I grew up with like 5 brothers. Like, we're not all just going to suss what our mum's doing in there. Like, so, like but yeah,
what's a fucking yeah,
it's fucked up.
It's fun.
Yeah, I get the wording is a little confusing.
I can't. I just think of napkin as like you're sitting there eating your food and you wipe your face with a napkin.
No, it's a fair call. What are you going to do with those bags now?
Leave them here. You know how when you go to the bottle shop, they're like, you want a bag with that?
Oh, fuck it hell.
Yeah, also, right, if you... Look at this. This is a friggin' Smoko Shop bag. I can see my fingers through the bag. How much modesty can you get with that shit?
I don't know.
Look!
Yeah, I can see.
I only just noticed.
Fucking hell. Nah,
Don't-
good.
It's not waterproof.
Good show and share. Oh fuck! All right.
Sanitary napkin.
I reckon we call it there.
All right.
But yeah, I think lately we've been super slack on the whole guest front. I
Oh,
reckon.
fuck that. This is way more fun.
Nah. So I was going to address it last week, but then I got put off with fucking Adrian's pranks over here. So
What do you mean? Oh,
Nah.
right. I forgot.
nah. So I sort of, I've sort of been like happy to just peel it back to like us and Ash and Nikita and stuff, just to see like somewhat who exactly's listening, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because like obviously when we get guests in, it spikes for people, their friends and family and shit that wants to listen. So we had guests for ages. So I was like, oh, I wonder.
SFL is a little bit different.
Yeah,
The
for
feel
sure.
is different.
Yeah. So I actually personally prefer like this sort of shit, and then like the odd guest here and there that like I might already vibe with. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, no, I appreciate everyone that is still listening. Like the numbers didn't drop as much as I expected them to drop, which is sweet. So
Thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you to everyone.
Share it around.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I was going to
That's
say.
not saying that
If
we
you
won't
want-
have people in. Like,
No, for sure. Well, I'll still get guests and stuff like that. I do have a couple of guests lined up within the next like
exciting.
couple of months. The other thing I sort of wanted to almost test myself that I could do like hours with just you and I, or you, me, and Nikita and stuff, rather than just relying on.
Other people.
Yeah, exactly. So that's been cool as well. I think the last few weeks have pretty well shown that. Hopefully.
Well, you didn't think we could?
I don't know.
Oh,
Is
I'm
it-
offended.
No. No. Obviously, I've been in a shitty headspace. So I think I'm coming back on the good side of all that. I've written like this last week, I've written a whole heap of new material and shit like that.
Cool.
And that's the other thing that just these solo podcasts and stuff have helped with as well. Like they're weeding out my shit ideas and some stuff that I might be able to use for stage and
Oh, I like it.
that sort of shit. So yeah, pretty much, appreciate everything. If you are listening, fucking share it in your stories, share it wherever, because that's the only place we're going to grow and shit like that.
Or if you don't want to, don't.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Fuck everyone, actually. You know what? Let's be the most low-key podcast out there.
Yeah, don't. You know what I hate when fucking you are the guy that knows something and then it blows up.
No.
Fuck that.
Yeah, okay. Tell you what, don't share, like, you don't have to share it in your stories, but tell your one closest friend in
that's a good
person.
one.
Yeah. So go up to your best friend and go, this is pretty cool podcast. It's
Don't tell anyone.
It's in a crack den in Logan. They don't really know what they're doing. Sometimes Adrian wears a cowboy hat for some reason.
Wait.
We haven't addressed it on air. It's
James is too scared to wear his one.
yeah.
He might get
Maybe
accused
next
of being a
episode.
man.
Anyway, again, see you later.
Wait.